Hi guys, it's Tony and we're back for another look at StakedWallet. Now, I wasn't overly keen on this when it first came out. I actually done a video on it and soon removed it afterwards. I definitely didn't want people coming into an investment that I was promoting that wasn't a sound investment. Now, there was two issues that I had with StakedWallet. The first one being the team that they had. If you come down to the bottom of the page, they had a team link here that you could click and it would actually show their team. Now, from the information I've received, most of those names and photos aren't correct. It amazes me why platforms actually put up photos and things when they realise, or maybe they don't realise, that people do thorough research and check these things out. Now, that is not a big issue for me. I've invested in many platforms before with front men in it. A lot of platforms tend to do that, and a lot of platforms won't actually disclose their real photos or real names, so that is not a big issue for me. I understand why they do that in this cryptocurrency world. The big issue for me was their fake Australian Securities and Institutions Commission, Investments Commission certificate. Now, I've actually proved that this is not fake. So if we come to ASIC Australia, no, we don't want coronavirus. I don't know why the hell that popped up there. So we're going to come to ASIC. So that's no, we need the ASIC. We need the New Zealand one. So we've got ASIC Home, ASIC Australian Securities and Investments. So we come to their page, then we come to ASIC Connect. And if we come up the top here, so we're on the ASIC Connect site, we want to look for organisation and business names. We're going to put in StakedWallet. And we'll click the Go button. Now, as you can see, it's actually loading up on their page here. So we've got the StakedWallet Limited. They've got their number, registration date, the 3rd of February 2020, next review date, the 3rd of February 2021, and they are registered Australian Proprietary Company Limited by shares. They've got an address listed there, Hayward Market, and its regulator is the Australian Security and Investments Commission. We can also download the PDF and view it. Which is exactly the same. Now, you have to realise that all cryptocurrency investments are very risky, very high risk, and just because they've actually got their ASIC registration, it doesn't mean that they're 100% safe, but definitely better than having a fake registration in Australia. As with all cryptocurrency investments, there is a very, very high risk involved. Now, over on my dashboard on StakedWallet, this here is the profit that I've received so far. I've received $3.55. Now, as you can see, they've got many wallets available. They've got Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, SLW, which is their native coin. You actually get paid your rewards from bounty in the SWL token. Each SWL token is worth 1 cent. As you can see, I have a total there at the present time of 44 cents. Now that can be exchanged, straight exchange over to Bitcoin or any of the other cryptocurrencies, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum or Dash. But you actually need a minimum. We'll try that now. It'll tell us. For exchange, you need a minimum of 100 SWL coins. So if you're using these wallets here, you will receive 0.2% today. But if you come over to the deposit section, over in the deposit section, now they've got a minimum here of 0.02 for Bitcoin, Litecoin 0.2, and there's so on and so on, 0.05 for Bitcoin Cash. Now once you deposit into here, it's actually locked for 30 days. After that 30 days, it's free to remove, or you can leave it in there to gain more profit. For the first 30 days, you'll actually receive 0.6% profit per day, and that's actually paid out per day. So the amount that I'm receiving from my 0.02 Bitcoin that I've deposited, my daily profit is 0.0001236. So any profit received from in the deposit will actually be transferred over every day over to this wallet here. Now any funds that are held in this wallet here will receive the 0.02, and that's free to withdraw at any time, so you can send that out to your private wallet. Now if you wish to compound the daily profit, what you need to do is actually come down to the statistics page, click on create a deposit. Now you'll notice up the top here I've got the use max, so that's you actually using your balance from the overview page, the daily profits you've received, and you can reinvest that or compound it. But the minimum to recompound is the 0.002. As you can see, if I go to create deposit, the amount to deposit field must be 0.002 or more to actually compound those profits. So when you've deposited into the deposit section to receive the 0.6 for the first 30 days, for every month after that you'll actually increase the profit by 0.01. So for the next month it'll be 0.06 and so on for every month after. So great rewards there, up to a total of 1.5% daily. Now for those that are into bounty, definitely a great selection of bounty there to be claimed. It's all paid in the SWL token, which will come back to the overview page. So the SWL token, that can actually be exchanged, as I showed before, exchanged for any one of the cryptocurrencies, but it needs to be a minimum of 100 SWL tokens before you can actually exchange that. It says here, what is SWL? What is SWL tokens? An SWL token is an in bonus currency. You can get it for performing different actions. For example, when you complete your profile or download our mobile app, a reward will be waiting for you. You can also get more SWL tokens under the referral program. SWL tokens can be exchanged for real currency. They've got the details there how to exchange, which was very easy. As I showed you before, you just come to the exchange. They can be exchanged for any of the cryptocurrencies that are available, and that will automatically arrive in what wallet you wish to put it into, or which cryptocurrency you select. So currently my investment in the deposit pool to receive the 0.6% a day is 0.0206 Bitcoin. So what I plan to do is actually do another deposit, add a bit more funds in there. So the daily profit reward at the present time, I'm only actually receiving, check that. So my profit on the 0.002 is 89 cents per day US.